What's going on? So thank you to Austin for asking this great question he's launching $3 ads, and I want to show exactly how and when you can scale those ads. If you launch a ton of ads and you want to see which ones to kill really quickly and which ones to scale, it's very, very simple. So let's see here. Shout out to Austin right here for asking this in the group. By the way, if you want to join the group, there is a link below. But he pretty much said, I have a winning product and there are 30 ad sets that I'm going to be launching tomorrow at about $3 per piece. And he was asking, do you typically see any sales based off that? Now, that's a good question. Is it a winning product? It looks like, from what you said, it is a winning product. So if you launch 3 or 30 ad sets at $3 a piece, that's going to be $90 spent in one day. Yes, I would see sales. I mean, if I am going that hard and launching that many ads, I'm doing it for a product that's already selling well. So yes, you're going to see like some dollar sales over on one ad set, and you're going to see a lot of ad sets with no sales, and then a lot of ad sets, a few ad sets with sales and a lot of ad sets with no sales, just like that, right? So yes, you typically will see sales if it is already a winner. But the main question I kind of wanted to go over right here was, how to determine when to scale. So before we talk about scaling, the first thing you want to do is you want to know when to kill it, right? So I just made a video about this, but 2x margin and no sales equals kill in my book. So if my margin is $10, I have $10 to spend to get somebody to buy the product, and I spend $20 with no sales, I just kill it no matter what. Now, I really just compete against myself. And what I mean by this is, let's say, for example, I have $1 link clicks is my metric. So you could pick any metric here: link clicks, view content, purchases, add to cart, whatever. And I say, hey, actually, I want to see everything over $1 because these, in my terms, are my losers. Now I'm telling myself, okay, well, I can click this button right here, and these are all of my ad sets in all these different campaigns that are over $1. I'll turn them off. And what I mean by competing with myself is, okay, now I know for a fact if I click under $1, let's see if there's anything under here. Okay, there's one ad set under $1. This would be my winner, right? And I see it's 98 cents. So I would never, ever go back to under that or over that, right? I'm only trying to get ad sets under 98 cents now. And then once I get to 90 cents, I'm only trying to get ad sets under 90 cents. And that's kind of how we continuously make sure to keep bringing the CPA down. Now, you could have used that same example in purchases or add to carts. I'm not quite sure what your product is and what your conversion cost is, but as long as, let's say, your cost per purchase is whatever, $10 this week, and you're saying, hey, anything over $10, let's click show above and turn them off. But then next week, if you get some sales for like maybe $9, then you make your new optimization point $9, right? Then you've just saved yourself 10% over 1 week, and you're growing as an ad buyer, and your conversions are getting better. And then the next week, you bring it down to $8.50, and then $8 and $7.50, then $7, and $6.50, and so on and so on. And you're always competing against yourself to make sure that your cost per acquisition is getting lower and lower and lower. And then let's talk about scaling. So scaling, the art of scaling is kind of doing what I just said, of bringing the CPA down while you're doing something like this. Let's just go ahead and just get some ad sets showing out here. And, on AdShow, it's really easy to scale. So if you have $3 budgets, let's pretend these are all my winners. I did like show under $10 or whatever. I can just select here and say $10. I want to raise it from 2 to 10. I want to raise it from 2 to 5. I want to raise it from 2 to 7. Or you could say, hey, I want to raise them all by 20%. So it's pretty easy to scale inside of AdShow. The caveat there is your product has to be making money, or you can't really scale without burning cash. So one thing I always look at is what my conversion rate is when I think I have a winner. Is it 5%? Okay, well, let's compete against myself. Let's try to get that to 6% by next week, and then 7%. And as long as this is going up, and your CPA is going down, then you're going to be good to go. But then that's not the last thing I look at. I look at AOV, average order value. All right. So if week 1, my average order value is $20, well, by week 2, how do I get that to $24? And then week 3, I'm just going to keep competing against myself. How do I get it to $26? And what's going to happen is one of these weeks, you're going to jump up to $35. And you're like, holy smokes, you know what? I'm competing against myself, and I'm never accepting this $20 AOV again. I'm only accepting this $35 AOV. And at the same time, I'm driving my CPA down, and I'm just going into AdShow and saying, hey, raise the budget, raise the budget. Because as long as this AOV is going up, and this CPA is going down, and this CVR is going up, you are golden. So it's hard to tell you, like, hey, this is exactly the metric you need to look at to scale. The best way I've seen to kind of explain this is whatever your metrics are, just, have an ongoing note sheet of, okay, this week my CPA was this much, my conversion rate was this much, my AOV was this much. I better have better results next week. I better test new things. Implement upsells, upsell 1, upsell 2, upsell 3, downsell 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on. Add more trust onto your landing page to get that conversion rate up. The upsells will get this up no matter what. Adding more trust will get this up no matter what. Putting testimonials, all that good stuff on your landing page. And there you go. That's kind of how you scale in a nutshell. I'll, of course, continue to make more videos, but I don't want to make this one too long here. Those are just like 3 kind of tips on places you can compete with yourself. And within all of these, of course, there's so much more, but that's what the YouTube channel is there for. Again, thank you so much for the great question. I'll make sure to post it here so you can check it out. And for anybody that else is watching, make sure to join the AdShow group. We have a lot of good discussions, and make sure to subscribe to this video, and I'll catch you in the next video. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.